Hello and welcome to episode 179 of Judge Dredd's favorite podcast, Whammy Award-winning Fedcast, the Fox News of the IWC, coming to you from inside the Fed Zone. My name is Steve, and with me as always...
I am the law! No?
No.
No, not that Judge Dredd, Justin.
Spelled differently.
Is it? Well, I guess for legal reasons.
And we're here to talk to you about the Wacky World of Wrestling for the week of March 14, 2016. Yeah, it's Dredd as in D-R-E-A-D.
Okay.
Although I think he did stylistically put it at Dredd, D-R-E-D-D at one point.
Did the guy, look anything like...
I couldn't find a picture of him for the life of me, but I tried, man. I
just
tried.
one promo. Even if he doesn't look anything like...
No, well, that was the thing.
character,
I'm pretty
go,
confident.
I am the law!
I'm pretty confident, actually, he existed before the movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if he was stealing it from anything, he was stealing it from the comic.
Because the comic was a lot older, right?
Yeah, very much so. It was like 80s, I believe.
Then what, the 1990s?
It was 93.
93?
It was 93 that
Classic.
this guy was doing it. 94 was the original flick,
the 94 classic.
I remember it came out around the same time as Mortal
Stallone.
Kombat. I remember that very clearly.
What a time to be alive.
It was actually, yeah, there was a choice. Like, do you want to see Judge Dredd or Mortal Kombat? And
that's a Sophie's choice. Holy shit.
I'll tell you, I picked Mortal Kombat. Hey, fuck you, man. Mortal Kombat rules.
I agree.
I love that movie.
But also, to retort,
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to see that shit. I saw the trailer.
Oh, Stallone.
Yeah. He was robbed for the Oscar.
He was. So we'll talk about Roadblock.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll get to it.
But we were there.
Yes.
It was fun to be at a live WWE show for the first time in a couple of years. I think the last time was, Raw a few years back?
Yeah, it was Raw a few years back. I got it written down somewhere, but yeah, it was definitely a Raw at some point in time.
But we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
Just wanted to say that we did go. Because it was here in Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll start, as always, with TNA.
Yes.
The end.
Mm-hmm.
The end is here.
The emotional, heartfelt ending.
The final leg of the Steel Knee retirement tour.
Yes.
Kurt Angle.
Mm-hmm.
And, Dixie was out there, and she called Kurt out, and the whole locker room was surrounding the ring. And
yeah.
Drew said a few words, and Lashley came out and healed out on everybody because, kayfabe.
Because, reasons.
And it's, and she's getting emotional, he's getting emotional, everyone's getting emotional because Kurt Angle's goodbye thing.
Yes.
He's wrestling Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, I know.
At an iPay-per-view show. I don't know when, but it's soon.
It's very, very soon. He's not retiring from
the
wrestling.
way they book this was he's done. He's never fighting again, ever.
I mean, TNA does do that quite a bit, actually. It's kind of like a weird oxymoron they have because they don't shy away from referencing other companies, but they will shy away from referencing anyone that they have some kind of hold on, that they're just oh yeah, they disappeared after they left here, which is not true by any stretch of the imagination. But they're perfectly happy putting over other companies. Yeah. It's a weird dichotomy they have that they put over themselves.
I heard not rumors, I think it actually did happen, that, WWE was at the Arnold Classic.
Yeah.
For NXT,
and
of course, H is there because that's his baby.
Yeah.
And it's also the Arnold Classic, and H is a fan.
Yeah.
And of course, Kurt was there because he was being inducted into their Sports Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say these two guys met up.
Uh-huh.
There was a conversation.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was just two friends catching up.
Or Tripp's going, hey, we have a Hall of Fame.
Or Triple H going, we have a Hall of Fame. It might someday become a physical Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
But also, Kurt got any left in the tank.
You're sober now, right?
You're sober now, right? We don't have any issues.
Yeah.
Because he could do one run.
Oh, easy.
I don't think it'll ever happen.
He could do a Legends...
Honestly?
He could do a Legends run. He wants to do it. He's mentioned before he wants to have one more run in WWE.
Because it's pretty crazy to think that he was in TNA longer than he was in WWE.
Much longer, actually, yeah.
He was in WWE for 6 years?
Yep. And TNA for what, 13?
10?
Longer than that, wasn't it? I thought they said it was longer. Oh, I thought they said it was longer.
Because he went from 1999 to 2006.
Yeah, okay.
And then from 2006 to 2016.
Yeah.
So, if he wants to put a cap on that career...
Go back to where you started.
Go back where you started. put you in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, maybe have one more WrestleMania moment and move on with your life.
All people want.
Yeah.
All people want from Kurt.
Uh-huh.
Is one more time someone's in a WWE ring running down somebody, and all you hear is dun dun dun, dun, you know, like his music kicks up, and the whole crowd would just whoa.
Yeah, I mean, Royal Rumble, no problem, done and done.
Would they, for joke's sake, would they chant "You suck"?
Oh, I know they would. They absolutely would.
And he would laugh, and he'd be like,
all right, you guys remember. All right, good on you.
But yeah, we'll get back to TNA. Because we're just like, that's all great, and well and good for you. Yeah. Here's your cheap gold watch. It might be chocolate, and a dinner luncheon, or whatever they do for their Hall of Famers, or whatever.
Yeah, their cup of coffee.
But honestly, come back home, Kurt.
Go back to where you belong.
But he fights Lashley later on, and it was good. Yeah. EY beat Jimmy Havoc and Damo and Bram and the guy that TNA wanted to sign, Will Ospreay. Yeah. Who's really good from the 10 seconds I saw him in this match.
You noticed that too, huh?
Good for you, kid, signing a 2-year deal with New Japan, or however long the deal is that he's signing with New Japan. I think he's an actual official member of Chaos now.
I think so,
Good for you, Will Ospreay. Yeah. You made the right choice.
You really did.
Because, like I said, we're fine with TNA now. They're not as shit as they used to be. But if you had to pick TNA Impact Wrestling or New Japan Pro Wrestling...
Well, I mean, if you're somebody like Mike Bennett, you apparently pick TNA, but...
I honestly don't think there was an offer on the table
for
Mike Bennett. No.
Well, I guess not.
He was over in Japan.
That's true.
They could have offered him a deal.
Yeah,
they didn't.
I do find that kind of odd, but yeah, you must be right, because there's no reason he would go to TNA if there was another option, so yeah.
Because, let's be clear here. When you go to TNA,
there
are no other options on the table. Yeah. Or no other televised
Nothing lucrative
on the table.
Nothing lucrative.
Because Drew Galloway could have made a heck of a career touring indies in the UK. Makes probably a little bit more scratch being on TNA. Yeah. And the fact that, hey, you know what? As much as we scoff, or as much as other people scoff at being TNA World Champion, hell, I forget what book it was, but they denounced it being a world title.
Yeah.
I'm sure it means something to him.
Yeah.
It means something to Matt Hardy, I know.
Yeah, I mean, hell, Matt Hardy's never gotten another world title, so it's kind of nice,
But the fact is that people make jokes that, like, when Matt Hardy's your world champion... Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to disagree, but I'm also not necessarily going to agree, because I like Matt Hardy.
I know.
But at the same time,
So EY won a King of the Mountain match. Yay.
I hate King of the Mountain matches, and this one didn't make it any better.
I know.
That's all it is. It's a stupid, convoluted match.
There's a penalty box, and it's a reverse ladder match. Yeah. And you gotta pin someone to be eligible. But then you can keep pinning people to keep putting them in the 2-minute penalty box, because apparently the person who came up with the match was Canadian.
Apparently, yeah.
Even though it was fucking Jarrett.
Jarrett, you know. But here's, I'll never understand, and I'm sure we covered it the last time we talked about this match, but seriously... It makes no logical sense that you would put the title on the hook.
I know.
Because you're supposed to be taking it.
I know.
That's just stupid.
But of course, this is from the same minds that brought you. Everyone starts outside of the ring. Yeah. 10 guys fight their way in the ring. Yeah. Everyone throws everyone out until there's 2 guys, and then it's a regular match.
Yeah. It's just... Ugh.
So...
wrestling's fine at
this
point.
As much as we like the roster... The match ideas some of these people have...
I'm fairly confident right now we've seen every kind of match we need. I don't think new ones need to be invented at this point.
At this point, no.
I can't imagine any invention that's ever going to be invented now that would be not more than too convoluted.
The last great invention was Money in the Bank. And that wasn't even an invention. That was just a ladder match, but with a different prize.
Right.
The briefcase idea in itself was the idea. Yeah. It's just, let's just put it in a ladder match.
Yeah, and I think that's the way you gotta...
Don't go and mutate.
You don't need to reinvent the wheel. It's a matter
of...
Don't
turn a ladder match into, well, there's gotta be a penalty box involved, and you gotta pin people, but you gotta put it up there. And,
don't add multiple stipulations. Just take, if you wanted to add something to a match, take what's there and then put a little cherry on top. Yeah. I.e., Hell in a Cell. It's steel cage. We put a roof on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not reinventing the wheel, but it is something new. That's the kind of move you should do. Don't add a penalty box. Don't add reverse ladder match rules. Don't add, you got to pin the guy. Like, the fact that I'm having to say all these things is proof that it's just too convoluted and stupid.
Yeah. So the match was
Yeah.
EY won. Good for him. Dixie and Maria. Dixie basically saying, put up or shut up type stuff. And then Mike and Maria cut a promo, and Drew came out, and Drew called him a bitch, and kicked him, or attempted to kick him in the face.
Yep. And he ran out like a scalded dog, as JR would say.
So they'll keep fighting. Kurt and the Wolves, and Kurt giving Davey Richards his blessing to use the ankle lock.
Yeah, because people need a blessing for that. Ask Jack Swagger.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Jack Differ. Please, Kurt. Can I please use your move?
Yeah.
Even though it's not your move?
It's not his move by any stretch of the imagination.
But whatever.
It was being used long before him.
Yeah, but you know.
Yeah, hey. I'm pretty sure nobody asked Shawn Michaels if they could use the super kick. And everybody uses it now.
Yeah, the Young Bucks did not go to Shawn Michaels and go, please, can we have the super kick?
Yeah.
Although I heard from them on, I think it was Jericho's podcast, that people have asked them if it's okay to use super kicks on shows that they're on, and they're like, yeah, man, it's okay.
Yeah.
We don't own it.
No, I mean...
Go ahead.
We were certainly not the first ones to use it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Gail Kim beat Jade for the Knockouts title.
Yeah.
Matt Hardy had a crazy promo where he was on a throne, and he used one of my favorite words of all time, chicanery.
Yes.
The chicanery of EC3 getting another title shot.
That was pretty spectacular.
Like, the whole promo was basically him going, how dare Dixie Carter give EC3 another shot? I beat him twice. He's garbage. And then literally he stops himself mid-promo and goes, wait a minute, I'm Matt Hardy. I own EC3. I'll beat EC3. No problem. It's like the voices in his head can stopped and went, no, we got this.
We got this, man. You're good.
And then he's like,
oh, wait a minute. You're
right. Okay, I got this.
Axe and Smash in my head are right.
So, it'll be him versus EC3, and I'm assuming Hardy will win.
Yeah.
And then, given what happened at the end of the program with EC3 and Lashley, and then we'll finally get Matt versus Jeff, because they're back in America now, right?
Yeah. So they already know, like, oh, Jeff Hardy's returned. He's angry. And I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, so that just means they're going back to the U.S.?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I just love how we all know this.
Yeah. Like, it's the fact that they actually have to bother.
Every year, we all know this. He gets hurt before they leave, and he miraculously heals
when they come back.
Yeah.
You know, you got to think about it though. If you're one of these, like, a kid in the UK or something like that, and you're not quite up on everything that's going on,
that would suck.
Must you just be like,
why doesn't Jeff Hardy ever come?
Does Jeff Hardy hate us? Does he just hate us?
Just doesn't understand, like, doesn't know how the sausage is made.
True, and I mean that's probably a good thing, because do you want to tell this child who's decked in all of Jeff Hardy gear and everything like that? Your favorite wrestler can't come to the UK because he's a fucking drug addict.
Because he likes smack too much.
Yeah,
little Nigel. Now let me explain what smack is.
Let me sit you down and school you on smack. See, it's a thing that can ruin your life. Ask Jeff Hardy.
Yeah. For a while there, poor Jeff was living on the corner of Crack and Smack.
Yeah.
Let's just say I'm glad he moved out of that neighborhood. Of course, he drove out of that neighborhood on his dirt bike, and then he broke his ankle. So,
Hey, it's better than crashing his car like he did the first time.
This is true.
Yeah.
He's had
some issues.
He's had a colorful past,
with a little bit of a substance. At least, this time he was sober when he did it.
That book's going to be amazing.
Isn't it?
Whenever it's written.
It's going to be spectacular.
He's not going to write it, Lord knows. But
I mean, mind you, him and Matt shared a book in the past. That's all WWE is all hell.
I want the book. I want the actual...
I don't
I want the Jeffrey Nero Hardy book.
I don't believe it'll ever happen, but if it does, here's my money. Take my money now.
Warts and all, I want the story. Beer money.
Yes.
Beat the Wolves in a pretty solid tag match. Didn't have to bring in their briefcase. Didn't even use it to cheat.
Yep.
They won clean.
They won. So
that's kind of it.
So now they've got the titles and a briefcase so that when they lose the titles and supposedly lose the rematch, they can challenge again.
Or they'll lose the titles, instant rematch with the briefcase.
Yeah, they could do that too.
And then win.
Yeah.
We'll see when that happens.
That's some good money there.
Kurt Angle and Mike Bennett.
Yep.
Mike's just like, oh, glad you're leaving because I could have beat your ass. And Kurt's like, listen, I could